All right, finally, the third date I'm reviewing today. After the yellow gold, the white gold, this is going to be the platinum one. Here's a photo of a platinum 36 millimeter date. Again, this is not the one we're going to unveil in a moment. I'm very excited because each one of the first two are very different, very impressive. Each got their own merits and characters. But here we go with the platinum. First reaction, much more heavier than the yellow gold and the white gold. I mean, this watch, I'm guessing 220 grams, but we'll put on the scale. Wow, this dial. So this is the Glacier dial with the diamond brilliant cut cubes and the baguettes. This is, I wish the lighting is slightly better because we're towards the afternoon of the day. It's a cloudy day. So even though I'm sitting next to the window with relatively natural light, but this is a very beautiful light blue. Again, I think in the video versus the actual non-video, my feeling is in the video it looked actually a little bit more, I would say a little less blue. In the actual looking at it, it's slightly more blue. But the platinum, man, now immediately I can realize how bright the platinum material is. It just feels much brighter, even though the unpolished links on the outside of this president bracelet feels brighter. I'm just trying to absorb this, guys. I'm thinking before I make my next statement. The 118206, this particular example is from 2017. Was a president bracelet and the domed bezel. Diamond indices, if you will, or not really indices, diamond cubes and baguettes. My wrist is actually already getting tired, quite frankly, just for 2 minutes holding this watch. All right, let's see how heavy this guy is. I estimated 220. Let's see what the real number is. Okay, 217. It's pretty close to what I thought. 217 reminds me of that platinum Daytona I reviewed recently. I remember just holding that watch in my hand like this. I'm not even lifting my wrist or arm. My wrist and arm was tired after like an 8-minute video. Wow, what a hefty guy. 217 grams. Wow. Glacier. I think nowadays it might be called ice blue, but it's the same kind of color. Basically, it's only on a platinum. I believe the platinum watches Rolex makes. It's a very, very beautiful. I mean, I wish the outside lighting is a little bit better. Today's actually a rainy day. It's a little bit cloudy and it's late afternoon, so the lighting may not be the best. But it's still very, very pretty. The sun ray reflection is not as strong like the cherry one I did because this is overall a lighter dial, right? It's not a darker dial. You always see the reflecting, rotating rings a little bit stronger. Wow. Very beautiful. The diamonds these are fine quality, high quality diamond cubes and the baguettes, and it sits in a white gold crater. I mean, it's just so awesome, so awesome. Quickly take a look at the other dimensions. It's pretty much the same for all these DDs. 36 millimeter case, 12. So this is slightly thicker, 12.5 millimeters thick. Lug to lug 43.5, so it's also tiny bit bigger. With the first link, it's about 47. So overall, they're all about the same. 3155 caliber, 48 hours, 100 meters, very practical, 330 feet water resistance. And this one, President bracelet. I think you guys saw that in the green, in the yellow gold video I did earlier. So the difference here is this is a president bracelet with a domed bezel, okay, not a fluted bezel, because platinum days that Rolex only started to do the fluted bezel in 2022, last year. No one knows exactly why. Maybe it's the difficulty of making the fluted bezel with the platinum material. But the current versions have the fluted bezel. This is the domed bezel with a president bracelet. Polished generally case with the shoulder, the links, 3-link president bracelet. It's, as I mentioned, it's finer than the other bracelets. It's more comfortable than the Oyster, but it's also more durable and substantial than the Jubilee. So it's the best of both. Wow, this is obviously the newer model. So it's got the milled clasp versus the pressed before. So it's much thicker. The fat buckle much more sturdy. You can just feel it looking at it. Very well made, and when you close it, as I mentioned in the other video, you have the clasp hidden under the bracelet with the crown. It's just a seamless, smooth one piece almost, right? It just looks so nice and smooth, and also a little bit more dressy and formal with this design versus have the clasp on top. The bottom, I think everyone's familiar with the Rolex design. It's a simple closed case. The back end of the bracelet is also like a matte nickel finish. The other new thing about this generation 118 is you see the Rolex name engraving on the inner ring, the Rolex Rehaut. That's a different differentiator versus the older model. Wow. I'm trying to think, compared to the yellow gold and the white gold, what do I see the difference here? Well, this one obviously, the president bracelet combination with the dome bezel, it's elegant, but it also adds a little bit more sporty. A lighter dial also, at least to me, feels a little bit more sporty. I mean, of course, the date is a very dressy watch to begin with, right? It's what the successful people and president of many countries, elite folks wear this. But I also feel like this one is also a little bit under the radar, again, compared to the yellow gold and then compared to that white gold cherry dial, because this is, again, to the people who know, they will know right away. This is a platinum. I mean, when you see this dial color, it's a platinum, okay? When you see a date, it's a precious metal. People know right away. But for the everyday folks who may not be a big watch guy, they may not know this is made of platinum. They may not know this ice blue is only for the special platinum material. So I feel like it's super elegant, a little bit on the sporty side as well because of the bezel design. But it's also very, the light blue ice color or the Glacier color with the diamond. It kind of makes sense to me because think about what is a glacier. It's a huge, gigantic piece of ice floating, right? Big piece of ice floating with a little bit blue color, hence this design. And the little cubes and baguettes, you can think of as the tiny ice piece floating along with it or on top of it. So, for most gentlemen's watch, most of the combinations or the configurations probably don't need to have a diamond indices, but I think in this case it absolutely works because of the platinum material, the ice blue dial, as well as the diamond cubes. I think it absolutely works. I will probably again pick this or the index design over the traditional, the Roman numeral numbers. That's just my preference. Again, the beauty of being a watch enthusiast is there's so many different choices that you just pick what you like, Wow. Very beautiful. It's, again, like I said earlier, it's a sunburst dial, but the reflection is not as strong under natural light because the dial color is a little bit lighter. This is very, 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 very heavy. Obviously, if you're gonna buy this watch as a daily wear, I think that is a factor to consider. I don't know if most people will be wearing this daily. It's such a precious piece, but if you do plan to wear it daily, it's heavy for small to mid-sized wrist. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, so this is a 2017 exact model. It's scrambled serial number. And, this one is rare. It's not as ultra rare as the indexed lume version, but definitely it's rarer than the one with the Roman numeral dial I showed in the photo earlier. And also, the indexed lume version date is available on the platinum. It's just, you're probably not going to see it. It's very, very rare, okay? All right, the platinum day Glacier dial. Oh, this is such a heavy watch. 217 grams. I'm feeling the weight. But in terms of the fit, like I said in the other videos, I think it's perfect fit for my 16.5 centimeters, 6.5-inch wrist. So this, again, the 43.5 lug to lug, it's not too big at all. And as I also mentioned in the other videos, because these bezels are thinner compared to the sports models, so the dial on these watches are bigger than it shows. So look, the 36, if I'm showing this directly towards the camera, the dial looks very legible in terms of size. Do a little turn here. Look at the smooth one piece. I love that. I love that. Wow. Heavy piece of beast. Man, my tricep is calling a quit right now. Haven't been exercising too much. My arm is like ultra sore. I mean, because I'm lifting my arm for the last 30 seconds. Wow, what a heavy beast. So the other difference I want to call out, this model 118206 versus the newer one 128236 is the newer one, they completely got rid of the indexed version. So they only have the diamond and the Roman numeral 2 versions. And the other one people like about this older version is, even though it's a 36 millimeter case, the lug design is definitely fatter, more muscular. So, a lot of the folks like this older design. It's a better fit for them. It's a better look. So I just want to call that out. Again, what a beautiful piece to wrap up today's 3-day references. This is the 118206 Platinum Glacier with diamond dial and the President bracelet with a domed bezel. So again, I'm gonna do a quick look of all three in the next video. But again, I just want to thank the collector for the opportunity for me to put my hands on 3 extraordinary watches. I'm really appreciative the opportunity here. So stay tuned for my 3 precious metal watch taking a final thought together.